the lifeline for manipulators. If they know exactly how you'll react, they can plan their moves in advance. They can set traps they know you'll walk into. They can twist your words into shapes they've already prepared. But unpredictability, that's dangerous territory for them. It means they can't plan. It means they can't guarantee an outcome. And when they can't control the outcome, they feel exposed. Now, every time they try something, there's hesitation. They don't know if you'll ignore it, counter it, or dismantle it in a way they've never seen before. That hesitation weakens them. It makes them second-guess themselves, question their own tactics, and hold back when they would normally attack without thinking. And in that hesitation, you gain even more power. What they're starting to realize is that you're not just unpredictable, you're intentional. You're not reacting in the moment, you're choosing in the moment. And that difference changes everything. It means they can no longer read you like an open book. It means they can't trap you in cycles you've already escaped. It means the game they thought they were winning is now one they no longer even understand. Unpredictability isn't about being erratic. It's about being strategic enough that no one can see your next move until it's already in motion. And that's where you are now. You've taken yourself out of their script completely, and without you playing the role they wrote, their entire performance is falling apart. Number 9. You've turned their curiosity into obsession. When you were accessible, they could keep tabs on you without much effort. A quick conversation here, a glance at your expressions there, maybe a few indirect questions to people around you. Easy. They always had just enough information to feel like they knew what was going on in your life. But when you cut that access off, you created a gap. At first, it was just curiosity. They wondered what you were doing, how you were feeling, what you were planning. But curiosity doesn't like to be left unanswered, and soon it started to grow into something else, obsession. Now they're not just wondering, they're actively searching. They pay more attention to what you don't say than what you do. They scan for signs in small details, a change in how you dress, a subtle shift in your tone, even the company you keep. They look for hidden clues in things that aren't even connected to them, desperate to piece together a picture of your life without you telling them directly. The thing about cutting off access is that it forces people to fill in the blanks themselves. And the human mind has a way of creating stories far more dramatic than the truth. In their head, you're suddenly making big moves, meeting influential people, building something massive behind the scenes. Every unknown becomes a possible breakthrough. The less they know, the more they imagine, and the more they imagine, the more they need to know for sure. This is where it turns into a problem for them. Obsession isn't passive, it's active. They start asking about you in roundabout ways, monitoring you from a distance, maybe even watching for your online presence. They can't admit it openly, but you've become a puzzle they're determined to solve. And every day you withhold information, the puzzle feels bigger. What they can't see is that this obsession is a form of power you now hold over them. You're not chasing them, yet they're spending mental and emotional energy chasing you. You're not feeding their curiosity, yet it's growing stronger by the day. They wanted to be the one in control of your focus, but now, without even trying, you've become the center of theirs. And the most frustrating part for them, they don't even know when or if they'll get the answers they're looking for. Number 10. They're realizing they were never the source of your strength. For a long time, they told themselves a comforting story, that they were the reason you became who you are. They convinced themselves that without their guidance, their influence, or even their criticism, you wouldn't have found your path. Maybe they even spoke about you to others as if they had built you, taking quiet credit for your growth. It was a way of inflating their own importance, while subtly keeping you in a position that seemed dependent on them. But now that you've stepped back and gone quiet, the cracks in that story are showing. You're still moving forward, still leveling up, and still finding ways to win, without their presence anywhere in the equation. That's the part they didn't expect. If they truly believed they were your source of strength, then your success in their absence feels like a direct contradiction of their narrative. It's proof that they were never the foundation they thought they were. What's worse for them is that your growth now feels even more authentic. Without their visible involvement, every achievement you make stands as a testament to your own resilience and determination. They can't claim the credit anymore, and that loss of control over the story is eating away at them. They're being forced to face the reality that their role in your life was never as pivotal as they like to believe. Your quiet rise is even more unsettling because it highlights just how much of your progress happened despite them, not because of them. All the times they doubted you, all the ways they underestimated you, all the subtle or direct attempts to hold you back. Those are now part of the backstory you overcame, not the foundation you stood on. And now that truth is visible in the way you carry yourself, the moves you make, and the independence you've embraced. This is where their discomfort turns into something deeper, resentment. They don't just feel left out, they feel exposed. Your success without their help reveals the truth they never wanted to admit. You've always been self-made. Their presence may have been loud, but it was never the source of your power. At best, it was just background noise. And now that you've muted it, the strength you've always had is coming through clearer than ever. Number 11. Your energy shift has made you unreachable. Your absence from their world is no longer just physical, it's energetic, and that's far more unsettling for them. You're not simply avoiding calls, ignoring messages, or keeping your distance. You've shifted into a frequency that makes you unreachable in a way they can't mimic, fake, or bypass. It's like you've stepped into a room that's invisible to them, a realm they can sense but not enter, and that's driving them mad. They used to think they knew the way back into your life, pull a few emotional strings, remind you of shared memories, or lean on old dynamics to reel you back in. But those tactics no longer work because you've done more than set boundaries. You've changed your entire energetic architecture. You're not just harder to reach, you're operating on a completely different channel. This barrier isn't built from bitterness or ego, it's born from clarity. You've seen too much, grown too much, and healed too much to allow old energies to disrupt your peace. And while you may have left a door open in the past, now there's no entry point at all, because you finally understand that not everyone deserves access to you, even if they once had it. What they feel now is the quiet, heavy truth. Their clearance has been revoked, and it's not something they can talk or charm their way out of. This is spiritual security. Your spirit has installed a lock they don't have the code for. No amount of pretending they've changed will get them in, because it's not about appearances, it's about vibration. And theirs doesn't match anymore. The part they can't stand is that they can feel the difference. They sense the wall without you saying a word. They feel the no without you having to explain it. And it's not a wall of anger, it's a wall of ascension. You've elevated beyond the range of their influence, and they're left on the outside, watching you move further out of reach with each passing day. They may try to call it arrogance. They may tell themselves you're acting different, but deep down, they know the truth. You didn't just walk away, you transcended. And once someone rises to that level, there's no going back. They can still see you, but they can't touch you. They can still remember you, but they can't reach you. You've become unreachable, and the silence of that reality is louder than anything you could ever say. Number 12. They're confronting the fear that you've moved on permanently. When you pulled back, they might have thought it was temporary, just a phase, a mood, or a cooling off period before things returned to normal.